live on through the books.
Mm.
So your association can be with the books.
Yeah, I mean, you still have, I mean, look, we're still associating with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu through his instructions. We're associating with Krishna through his instructions in the Shastra. We're associating with Rupa Goswami and the works that they left. We're associating with all of our acharyas. And now up until Srila Prabhupada, his specific purpose was Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine, to dispel this voidism that's present in so many religious traditions and the consciousness of men, and this Mayavadi, Shunyavadi, or this that everything is nothing. But and also to deliver the Western people of the world, because we're kind of much more ignorant, just due to our lack of spiritual culture and spiritual consideration. But he's presented, so yeah, everyone, I mean, this is what we do. We read Srila Prabhupada's books and we talk about it. It's like the perfect entry-level gateway for the ordinary person of this planet. You know, anyone can benefit. Hey, everyone. So, I apologize anyone who's joining on YouTube that you missed the first portion of the class, but actually we just started reading the Bhagavatam. So, Anati Shayanasya, of one who's unexcelled. Did I do asamya? Immeasurable. Hitva, leaving aside. Itaran, others. Prarthayata, of those who ask for. Vibhuti, favor of the goddess of fortune. Yasya, one whose. Anghri, feet. Renum, dust. Jushate, serves. Anabipso, of one who is unwilling. It is now ascertained that he, the personality of Godhead, is unlimited, and there is none equal to him. Consequently, no one can speak of him adequately. Great demigods cannot obtain the favor of the goddess of fortune, even by prayers. But this very goddess renders service unto the Lord, although he is unwilling to have such service. Purport. The personality of Godhead, or the Parameshwar Parabrahman, according to the Shrutis, has nothing to do. He has no equal, nor does anyone excel him. He has unlimited potencies, and his every action is carried out systematically in his natural and perfect ways. Thus the Supreme Personality of Godhead is full in himself, and he has nothing to accept from anyone else, including the great demigods like Brahma. Others ask for the favor of the goddess of fortune, and despite such prayers she declines to award such favors. But still she renders service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, although he has nothing to accept from her. The Personality of Godhead, in his Garbhodakshay Vishnu feature, begets Brahma, the first created person in the material world, from his navel lotus stem, and not in the womb of the goddess of fortune, who is eternally engaged in his service. These are some of the instances of his complete independence and perfection. That he has nothing to do does not mean that he is impersonal. He is transcendently so full of inconceivable potencies that simply by his willing, everything is done without physical or personal endeavor. He is called therefore Yogeshwar, or the Lord of all mystic power. This is a few nice points here that Prabhupada is making. How the Lord doesn't need anyone's service. It's not like the Lord's dependent. Oh, he's completely swarat. He's completely independent. We render service not because the Lord needs our meager offering. We render service because this is it's in our best interest, especially in the beginning. And then maybe at some point, to try to please him, he'll reciprocate, and he loves it actually. He's completely conquered by this. But he doesn't need it. He's not dependent on our service. So he's talking about great demigods all want the favor of the goddess of fortune, meaning all worldly opulence. Everyone is looking for her favor, but this very goddess renders service unto the Lord. So, where does all the opulence really go? It's wherever the Lord dictates or wills it. And then she's always there ready to render service. That's why someone like Srila Prabhupada, when he was performing his great mission, Sampat, we were waiting for you. This verse is perfect for you, actually. And I'll explain why. Yes. So come. So everyone in the world, including all the demigods, are trying to obtain the favor of the goddess of fortune. You know who the goddess of fortune is?
No.
No, who is the goddess who gives wealth?
Lakshmi.
Lakshmi, yes. Everyone's trying to obtain her good fortune. Every business has Lakshmi. In India, every business has Lakshmi sitting there, or Ganesh to remove the obstacles so they can get Lakshmi. But this very goddess renders service unto the Lord, although he is unwilling to have such service. And Prabhupada is saying, she does not really answer to the people who even worship her. But why? Because what is she interested in doing? Is serving the Lord. Lakshmi is always depicted as massaging Narayan's feet. So meaning, anyone who really wants, if you somehow want to get the blessings of Lakshmi, you have to do that which is dear to her. Many people pray to Lakshmi and they get no blessings for her. Many people are working so hard all day to get Lakshmi. They're working, they're studying, and they think they'll get the blessing of Lakshmi by doing all of this activity and that activity. But where does Lakshmi go? Wherever the Lord is worshipped. Even myself in my life, I told Sampad a nice story the other day about how I was working to try to get the blessings of Lakshmi, the paycheck, and I was working, and then I realized I couldn't serve the Lord when I was working there. And then Krishna that day made a very radical shift in my life where I quit my job, but then he gave me the whole salary for the whole year through a completely unexpected way, where I was like, oh my God. And this is the fact that we even have this house. I'm a college dropout. I've dropped out of college. There is no, and look, this nice gentleman, he just commented, does anyone work here? And yeah, by the standards of the world, no, we don't work. We don't have like a regular job. But all the bills get paid. Everything comes. Why though? Because the Lord is being worshipped here. Anyone who worships the Lord will secure the blessings of the goddess of fortune, which everyone is trying to do. But they don't understand what is dear to her heart. What's dear to the goddess of fortune's heart, what's dear to Lakshmi's heart, is service to the Lord. So
it's a different kind of work.
Yeah, it's a different work. But anyway, so if you I explained this whole thing. But we don't do nothing. We're constantly engaged all day in activities. But the activities, instead of focusing on trying to do to get Lakshmi, trying to get money, the activities of the day should be to try to serve the Lord, because this is actually what Lakshmi favors anyway, and you'll get all blessings of her and every other demigod anyway doing this anyway.
Water the roots.
Yes, you water the roots and all of the branches of the tree are nourished. So this is very nice, because many people are working so hard to try to get the favor of the goddess of fortune. Oh, Lakshmi, please bless me. Bring nice career, bring nice paycheck, bring all these things. And they work so hard and she doesn't seem to answer. Actually, it said she's so fickle. She'll never stay anywhere for a short amount of time. When money comes and then money goes. And that's just the nature of Lakshmi. She's very fickle. But where is she always staying? She's always trying to render service unto the Lord. So this is very, very important to understand, because if you do want, the blessings of Lakshmi, you don't have to go anywhere actually to get it. And I'm seeing practically in my life that I have no business from an ordinary point of view. I have no business being a house owner. I have no business somehow having, the ability to pay the bills. I don't even know how it happened. But all we did was just come up here and try to serve the Lord, and everything just manifested. Like one thing after another thing, very, very organically. And we didn't have to do any special endeavor. Some endeavor was made, but the endeavors that were most fruitful were our endeavors to try to serve the Lord. And I've seen even practically, I've made some endeavors this year to try to make investments to make money. And I just lost. I just lost all kinds of, endeavors for Lakshmi. She's like, no, I don't like that. Endeavors to serve my Lord, Narayan. Oh, yeah, that's very good. I'll come and help you when you want to do that. So this is the secret, actually. This is the secret, how you can always get the blessings of life. I've been telling since you got here, I'm like, come on, Sampath, please. So this verse in Bhagavatam is remarking on this. I mean, you've heard of Lakshmi. Yeah. What is her activities that she does?
She comes and she leaves.
What? No, that's with us. But what is her activities that she does in with the Lord? Where is she always depicted?
Money.
Yeah. What's that? As money. But if you hear like the pastimes of her, where she resides and what she does, she's always massaging the legs of Narayan. Yes. So if you want her blessings, you also should be engaged in service to Narayan, and she's automatically there. But if you just chase her, she's very difficult to catch. You'll never catch her. You'll get her, like, she'll give a little blessing and then run away. So the fools chase her. But the wise, they chase the service of Narayan, knowing full and well she's always there. So this is what we're meant to do in Krishna consciousness. So the Lord saved, we were going to read this one yesterday, but the Lord saved it because Sampath had to hear this one today. It was good for Sampath. So this is very good because everybody, and not just us, are looking for the favor of the goddess of fortune. All the great demigods, they all want opulence, power, wealth. Everybody, all the billionaires are chasing it. All of the hedge fund owners are chasing it. Everyone's chasing, looking for her blessings. But ultimately, who can really get her blessings only is those who serve the Lord. And so ultimately, that is our process. We're not doing this to get money. We're doing this because service to the Lord itself is so glorious that it's so rewarding and satisfying. But then one of the perks of that is you don't have to worry about money. One of the perks of that, you don't have to worry about anything. Everything's taken care of, actually. But we don't have faith in this. We don't have understanding of the science of God. We have only understanding of the material workings of the people of this world. And maybe our parents or our school teachers said, if you can find success this way. And we work like donkeys with like a carrot in front of us and all day, and then we chase the carrot and think at the end of the day I'm going to get what I want. But usually what do we get? We just get more and more heavy loads and more work. And a donkey, if it would just stop doing so much work for the washerman, and he just went over to the side, there's plenty of grass that he can enjoy all over the place. But the washerman is very intelligent. He dangles a carrot in front of him. And the donkey said, yes, I'll work, I'll get this carrot. But we should not be. We don't want to be beasts of burden in this world. We don't have to take so much burden, actually. With the blessings of the Lord, Lakshmi, all of the opportunities for wealth come very easily. I'm shocked. I'm shocked even in my life how that's happened. And I've seen cold hard proof this year that I put lots of effort into trying to understand how to make extra money and do these things. And Krishna just, because it wasn't directly related to how to serve him, but it was tried to secure more Lakshmi in my life, maybe for my family and things like this, Krishna just kept running away. She kept running away. Just always, as soon as I go in the pursuit of Lakshmi, boom, then she runs away. And it was, it's very difficult. So anyway, try not to chase. If you chase money, you'll find very little success. And then you'll have to give it all back anyway at the end. But if you chase service to the Lord, everything, all forms of enjoyment, bhukti, and all forms of mukti, liberation from suffering, easily accompany. You don't have to work hard for it at all. Many people, they make so many problems in this world with their life. I got myself in so much debt. And they work like a slave to get out of debt. But actually, by service to the Lord, He will figure out a way. I have an example in my life. I got myself in student loan debt. I was a college dropout. And so I still got myself in about maybe $100,000 worth of student loan debt, which is a lot. Yeah, something like that. After all the interest and stuff, yeah, something like that. But interestingly enough, I tried to work for years, working for devotees, working for different people to try and pay off this debt, because my mom was really grilling me about it. And I said, you know what? I tried for years and I couldn't figure out the situation. I couldn't get ahead, and I was like, oh my God. But I kind of just gave up on the endeavor. I was like, you know what? This isn't important. I'm wasting my life. I just want to do something actually good for me. I want to do something devotional. So I started doing this devotional life, and my life took all kinds of turns, left, right, left, center. But ever since we came here, because there's a nonprofit involved, there's a loan forgiveness program because we're serving the nonprofit. And quote-unquote full-time workers for a nonprofit, volunteer, they have a loan forgiveness program. That $100,000 in debt, finished. So, as long as I continue serving the nonprofit. So the Lord pretty much put me in a contract. You have to serve for 10 years in this nonprofit if you want to get out of this misery. So He put me into a contract, actually. But this is actually proof in my life. I've seen it over and over and over again. When I serve the Lord, all blessings. You can't even, you don't even know how they could come. How could that opportunity be there? How could that happen? But the Lord, for instance, any type of money I ever came across in this life happened through COVID. But it was who would have thought the government was just going to give everybody money? But I never, I was just doing devotional activities. I never thought that, and actually, then by following the teachings of the Bhagavatam and understanding that paper money and digital money is not a secure thing, I ended up investing that money in silver, and that money years later came so much more than what I originally invested, because I was following these spiritual teachings. So anyway, I've seen this personally in my life, that if you're looking for the goddess of fortune, you'll never find her by chasing her. You only find her by going to where she regularly resides, and that's at the feet of the Lord. So if you go to the feet of the Lord, she's always there. You participate in service to the Lord. There's lots of opportunity here. I mean, many of you guys are serving. We've been helping in the cooking, helping in the cleaning, helping with the programs, attending the programs, even just sitting and hearing the Lord's instructions, just gathering with the devotees and showing friendship. All service to the Lord is very easily performed. Many of you are supporting financially. Many of you are supporting with your time, energy, and service. Many of the community members are supporting with time, energy, service, resources, so many things. But this is the secret. If you want all blessings from the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, she's not easily attained. And she comes one day and then leaves the next. She's not going to stay. But if you want her support, you always go and support the Lord. And that's where she always is. And she'll be happy to support anyone who is serving the Lord. So Prabhupada is making that point in that purport. But actually the next verse also is going to go into detail a little bit more, so let's go on. Athapi yat pada nakava shrishtam Jagad virincho paritar hanambaha Seshang punatyan yatamo mukunda Konam aloke bhagavat padarthaha Atha, therefore, api, certainly, yat, whose, padanaka, nails of the feet, avashrishtam, emanating, Jagat, the whole universe, Virincha, Brahmaji, Upahrita, collected, Arhana, worship, Ambha, water, Sa, along with, Isham, Lord Shiva, Punati, purifies, Anyatamaha, who else, Mukundat, besides the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, Kaha, who, Nama, name, Loke, within the world, Bhagavat, Supreme Lord, Pada, position, Artha, worth. Who can be worthy of the name of the Supreme Lord but the personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna? Brahmaji collected the water emanating from the nails of his feet in order to award it to Lord Shiva as a worshipful welcome. This very water, the Ganges, is purifying the whole universe, including Lord Shiva. Now this is referring to the pastime of the Ganges descent into the material world. The conception of many gods in the Vedic literatures by the ignorant is completely wrong. The Lord is one without a second, but he expands himself in many ways, and this is confirmed in the Vedas. So many people think in India, for instance, there's a lot of the reason why the West doesn't really take India so seriously, and never really did, was because of all of the demigod worship. But if the Indians were very astute to studying their own scriptures, they would find that yes, all of these other personalities exist, but that there's actually one God. It's monotheistic. And many of the other powers of the world, they already realized this. So they actually discarded India because of this and considered them to be akin to the pagans of Western who also worship many, many different gods. But there's one God. But these other gods, these other powerful personalities who have, empowered roles in this universe, it's not that they don't exist. It's not that there aren't other powerful personalities or demigods that don't exist. But the worship of them or the chasing of their benefits, like for instance, you go to any Indian shop and there's all kinds of, Ganesh is over here, Lakshmi is over here, Shiva's over here, and you take a rickshaw in India, Shiva's sitting on the dashboard, all kinds of different demigods. There's thousands of different temples, Indra temples, Vayu temples, all kinds of different things like this. But this is completely wrong if you think that there are many gods and they're all kind of on like an equal platform. The Lord is one without a second, but he expands himself in many ways, and this is confirmed in the Vedas. Such expansions of the Lord are limitless, but some of them are the living entities. The living entities are not as powerful as the Lord's plenary expansions, and therefore there are two different types of expansions. Lord Brahma is generally one of the living entities, and Lord Shiva is the via medium between the Lord and the living entities. In other words, even demigods like Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, who are the chief amongst all demigods, are never equal to or greater than Lord Vishnu, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, and all powerful demigods like Brahma and Shiva are engaged in the worship of Vishnu or Lord Krishna. Therefore, who can be more powerful than Mukunda, Lord Krishna, to be factually called the Supreme Personality of Godhead? The goddess of fortune, Lakshmi Ji, Lord Brahma, and Lord Shiva are not independently powerful. They are powerful as expansions of the Supreme Lord, and all of them are engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. And so also are the living entities. There are 4 sects of worshipful devotees of the Lord, and the chief amongst them are the Brahma Sampradaya, the Rudra Sampradaya, and Shri Sampradaya. You know this, these are the 4 Vaishnava Sampradayas, and then the last one is what's it called? It's the 4 Kumaras. Brahma, Rudra, Shri, what? I don't think it's Kumar. I think it's like it's he said? Well,
yeah, the Kumar Sampradaya.
Okay, good. Then the next line, all I have to do is read one more. Descending directly from Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva, and the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, respectively. Besides the above-mentioned 3 Sampradayas, there is the Kumara Sampradaya, descending from Sanat Kumar. All of the 4 original Sampradayas are still scrupulously engaged in the transcendental service of the Lord up to date. And they all declare that Lord Krishna, Mukunda, is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no other personality is equal to him or greater than him. So all of these other demigods actually started all of the Vaishnava Sampradayas. Lakshmi, the Shri Sampradaya. Brahma. We're in the Gaudiya, the Brahma Gaudiya Madhav. We're in the Brahma Sampradaya. Then there's the Rudra Sampradaya as well. So all these demigods actually empower other living entities on how they worship the Lord, and then and by doing that, you're also getting the blessing of that respective demigod. So anyhow, Mukunda is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and no other personality is equal to him or greater than him. So this has to be understood. We can't think, Craig said it nicely, water the root of the tree. If you want to properly nourish, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna compares this body and world and everything that we experience to be like an upside down banyan tree. My friend, let's try to quiet it down in class. So anyhow, or this body is compared to like an upside down banyan tree. And actually, if you take the nervous system apart in the body, it actually looks like the brain is like a seed, and all of the spine and all of these, things like that look like branches of a tree. Yeah, and all the nerves, everything look like branches of a tree. So this body is actually compared to that in the Bhagavad Gita. But if you want to water the root of the tree, you actually, if you want all facets of your bodily existence in this material world to be properly taken care of, you have to go to the seed and the root system. And what's the roots of existence? It's God, actually. Everything is coming from Spirit. Spirit is the foundational energy within all things, actually. All the material modes of nature are just energies of the Lord. Earth, water, fire, air, ether, even the faculty of mind, intelligence, thoughts, false identification, thinking you're things that you're not. All of this actually is spirit. This is all transformations of spirit, and what's the foundation? It's ultimately God and what they call Brahman. And so a Brahmana is one who tries to understand this absolute truth of things. So Prabhupada is calling all of us to become Brahman. To become Brahman. And don't worry, in the association of the Absolute, all facility is there. You'll never be bereft. You'll never not have enough money. You'll never not have a position or security. You'll have everything. Now that we're not telling you, okay, Sampat Parth, quit your job. Come on, we'll do service all day. I don't really have service for you guys to do here all day. The main service I have for you to do all day is just come in the morning and worship the Lord. And then after that, your service is to maintain your life. Go out and do your work and maintain your life so that you can continue practicing service and growing in spiritual life. So anyhow, just serve the Lord. You'll have everything there. If you're chasing Lakshmi, you're chasing her, she never will come. She's very difficult to obtain. She's very fickle. She will only go to where her husband is. Just like anyone, once a woman is married, if she's a good woman, but once a woman is married, she's not going to all other different men and things like this. And if another man tries to chase her, if she's a good woman, she'll stay clear of this person. This person always tries to talk to me. Things like that. But if you do want somehow the blessings of the wife, you're gonna have to go through the husband, because that's the only way to access her. So similarly, if you want the blessings of the goddess of fortune, if you don't go through her husband, the Supreme Lord, no chance. She's not coming. Not going to come. So anyhow, yeah, try it and see what happens. You'll get a much better result than if you try yourself to chase her, because she's renowned. She doesn't get caught easily. Even I was looking at every 20 years, all of the top level companies of the world on top of the stock market who make the most money, the most Lakshmi is there. They all change by the next 20 years. The only one left, I think, from the last 20 years is Microsoft. Every other one has changed. So similarly, the Lakshmi and money and wealth, it's all going to come and go in your life, and it's very difficult to hold her or even to obtain her. But if you serve the Lord, she's always present there, and she'll be happily, anyone who serves the Lord, she'll give all blessings to that person. So just serve the Lord. Not too difficult, but also you're going to have to shift the paradigm, because we manage our time thinking, this is how I can make value of my time. I only have so much time in the day to try to secure my blessings from the goddess of fortune, to try to secure my wealth and build my wealth. And if I spend time serving the Lord, then I'll waste that time in serving to making money. But actually it doesn't work that way. If you spend that time serving the Lord, she's there waiting, that's where she is. And she's happy to give blessings. But if you go out and chase her, it's just like, where are you going to find my wife? If you find me, you're going to probably find my wife. But if you go out searching for my wife and you don't go through me, you're probably not going to have access to her. So similarly, you go out looking for the goddess of fortune, Lakshmi, without going first through her husband, not a good idea. You're not going to catch her. She may leave a little trail somewhere. But anyhow, Grantharaj Srimad Bhagavatam Ki Jai. That's a very nice verse, especially because money's been, I know, on everyone's mind. We always have, we're always chasing money, but actually we don't need to chase money.
Is Lakshmi an expansion or reincarnation of Radharani?
She's an expansion of Radharani, but interestingly enough, she's also doing penance. And there's an expansion of her that's doing penance to this day in Vrindavan because she wants to associate with Krishna, but she's actually not eligible yet to do. So for that, only Radharani can be in Krishna's abode. But you could say she's an expansion of her.